I want to take you through an email campaign that we ran last Christmas that yielded us $10,000 more in sales than we were aiming for. I'll show you the email campaign overview and the structure that we chose. I'll talk you through the offer and the examples of the emails. Plus, I'll show you what happened when I doubled our prices and if that helped or hurt our revenue. But there was one massive problem. I only had 1 week to reach our sales goal of $20,000. The rules were pretty simple. I needed to make $20,000 in sales for our business using our email list. I wasn't allowed to create a new product, and the product had to be under $2,000. I'd be allowed to email from the Monday until the Sunday, but then after that, the campaign stopped. So with that, let me take you over to the whiteboard where I'll explain how the campaign works. We call this the Sales Storm campaign, and you can see it's running through from Monday to Sunday if I leave enough room on the whiteboard. Now, this email campaign relies on two core mechanics: daily emails and raising hands. Daily emails means we'll be sending an email at least once a day, and some of the days multiple times. One of the reasons daily emails are so effective is because we have seen an increase in replies, clicks, conversions, all because we're sending regular daily emails. Sometimes they are story or content-based emails, a bit like a blog post, or they might have a very soft call to action or even no call to action at all, or they might be sharing a link or a video. But what that means is that we're testing messages and we're seeing what connects and converts with our audience rather than just bombarding them with sales emails and promotions all the time. What it also does is flex our storyteller muscle that we all have to make our promotional emails more readable and appealing. Raising hands, on the other hand, means that we want people to tell us when they want to hear more about an offer. Ryan Deiss, in his book, The Invisible Selling Machine, talks about segmentation emails. If we send emails to customers asking them if they want to hear more, they need to take action before we continue to sell to them. Imagine you're at a huge venue filled with 10,000 people. Most speakers would try to sell to all 10,000 people. Instead, what I like to do, because it's more effective, is get 1% of the audience to raise their hands by asking qualifying questions. Who here is a product marketing manager? Raise your hands. And keep your hands up if you're looking to motivate your team. And finally, keep those hands raised if you want to fix this problem today. I'll then pitch and sell to that 1% because I'm working with a more targeted audience. It helps me figure out how urgent their needs are. A hand raise email, for example, might look like this. Hey Mike, I've just dug up an old email marketing template that I used to generate $20,000 in sales, and I wanted to give it to 5 marketing freelancers who are looking to get more clients within the next 4 weeks. If that sounds like you, hit reply and let me know. Side note, there is no perfect hand raise email. There are lots of versions, and I'll show you some examples later, and you need to test different offers with different markets and different calls to action. And this marketing campaign is based on the 5S approach. Monday is sneak, as in sneak peek. We send an email that talks about an offer we've got coming up, and if they'd like to join the early bird list, they can hit reply and we'll give them a sneak peek. Tuesday is show. We send a case study of someone who's got awesome results, usually with a couple of screenshots. Wednesday is system. I take them through a few versions of the system and give them an overview of how it works. Thursday is sell. These are invitation-based emails that explain the results that we get for customers. We have a time limit on this product, as well as a few bonuses and the actual offer. So I've taken you through the offer. Let's now hand it back to Mike in the past, where he's going to take you through how he set up the offer and how he managed to double the price without pissing anyone off. Thanks, Mike. What a handsome guy. Where I'm going to start with this, as with all campaigns, is the offer. The offer needs to be hyper desirable, a complete no-brainer for people to pick up. But as I mentioned, I'm not allowed to create a new product, so I'm going to have to reuse a current product. And I'm thinking of raising the price by 100%. Specificity sells, and the more specific and tight my offer can be, the more likely it is to sell, and the higher the price I can charge for it. That's why I've taken another one of my products, Apex Campaigns, and I've rewritten the offer for it. It used to sell for $997, and now I want to charge $2,000. In order to make the program more accessible, I'm going to change the payment structure slightly. I'm going to offer it for 20 weekly payments of $100. $20,000 revenue target means I need 10 sales, and that will net me $1,000 a week for 20 weeks. And the name of the product needs to be the result that someone is going to get. So I've renamed the program $25,000 Client. Hey team, just wanted to jump in here and say, since running this, we've had 5 people land $25,000 plus clients. One of them within the first week of joining. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Okay, so I'm now inside High Level and I've rewritten the offer and the checkout page. 25K clients is ready to go. I'm a little nervous about how the campaign is going to run, but I am going to bet on myself. So much so that if you take a free trial with High Level using the link below, or if you go to highlevel.com/Mike-Killen, or if you go to sellyourservice.co.uk/High Level, I'll actually give you, rather than just a 14-day trial, High Level have very kindly given you guys a 30-day free trial, and I will include this email campaign in the snapshot that they call it if you use that link below. So if you head to that link down below, I'll actually give you this exact email campaign that I used inside as the free trial for High Level. Which reminds me, let me show you the super powerful and crazy looking sales page that I designed for 25K clients. It's a Google Doc. Let me know in the comments if you think it's impossible to sell a $2,000 program using just a Google Doc. No sales page, just a Google Doc and a checkout page. Anyway, we'll find out at the end. Let's get back to the email. And these are loaded and ready to go. So I'm going to schedule these in High Level. I've got my sales doc ready and I'm just going to wait for replies, hopefully.
A few moments later.
Looks like we have our first reply. So now I'm going to start qualifying the lead and asking them a few questions. Then, if they're a good fit, I'll send them a link to the Google Doc and follow up with them from there. It's the end of the week and we're just wrapping up sales now and making sure that everyone is on board. Next to my laundry here. The goal was to secure $20,000 worth of sales in 1 week. I've got a rough idea of how many sales we've made, but my team have handled a lot of the work and I haven't checked the numbers to see if we've hit our goal. Remember that we needed 10 sales at $2,000 to generate $20,000. So the target was 10 and we hit 16. Really? So that's $32,000, $1,600 a week. Right? For the next 20 weeks. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I honestly thought everything was against us. From doubling the price to reusing a current product and just changing the name, I honestly thought we'd missed the mark. Thank you, Mike from the past, present day Mike here. So I can say that the campaign was a big success on our end. And what's more amazing is that we still have sales rolling in. We started offering this product for people who didn't quite reach our qualification criteria for another product using the exact same campaign. So now we're seeing sales on automation from people who couldn't afford our higher ticket coaching. We have kept the scarcity in there, mainly focusing on how long it takes to secure and find a $25,000 client. And of course, many of you will be thinking about drop off or our churn rate. And I can say that since we're now over halfway in the cash collection cycle, since we started this campaign, we've only had one person quit and we've had one person struggle with their payments. But after a couple of phone calls, that's all got sorted out. But even $1,400 a week, which is about $28,000 a month, that's still over our initial target, which means that we can now reuse and repeat this campaign without having to edit anything or create brand new campaigns from scratch. And I plan these in weekly and monthly. And if you want to check out my monthly planning cycle, you can go ahead and do that here. You can see how I basically create a year's worth of content ideas and I break it out into quarters, months, and weeks within about 20 minutes. So if you want to see how I plan my monthly and weekly campaigns, go ahead and watch this video right over here.